All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us his truth. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. All right, peace and blessings to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Karab coming at you again, man. Once again, back to back with it, man. All right, doing another live lesson. All right, pretty much going into a war on the rise, man. All right, war is on the rise. Okay, and as you can see from the things that's going on, right, the prophetic events, all right, that look good, by the way, you can see that a lot is going on between Israel and Iran, man. All right, and America's getting involved, okay, and also it's going to lead to Russia getting involved as well too, okay. So everything is moving according to prophecy. And what did the Lord commanded us to do? Let's get 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. Lord willing, you be edified, man. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, starting at verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. All right? Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then should thou understand that it is that very same time, all right? That very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. Okay? And one thing about it, man, you people have forgotten the God of the Bible. You people have forgotten Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, who the world eagerly called God in Jesus Christ, man. All right? Yahweh, meaning he exists. All right? Meaning he is to be, which is the Heavenly Father. And Yahweh Shai, meaning he delivers, he saves, man. He only is coming to save the nation of Israel. All right? If you watch in my previous lesson, all right, that's all pretty much that I was mainly just going into. All right, you had a guy up there inquiring about the names of the Lord. And these things have to be taught, man. Because guess what? It said the righteous, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and is safe, man. All right, let you know that you're gonna have to know the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son if you want to be protected, man. If you want to be delivered, all right, for what's coming. Because war is on the rise, man. War is only coming, man. That's all we can talk about is war. Okay? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 2. This then should thou understand that it is that very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. Now, how can you identify that the Lord is about, that the Lord Yahweh Shai is about to visit the world, man? All right, let's go to Revelations 19 and 10. Okay? Yep, this is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. All right, because we're not supposed to worship angels, man. All right, angels have the same occupation that we have. It's just that they're in the spirit world and we're on earth, man. Angels just mean messenger. And that's currently what I'm doing right now, being a messenger, man, relaying the message that the Most High has instilled within me, man, because this is his words, not my words. Okay? It said, I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. All right? And what does prophecy mean? To speak before, man. All right? Before what? Before the evil arrives, man. Because the Lord is going to bring a day like no other, man, that you people is not going to be able to escape. You people are not going to be able to go to another country. You're not going to book a flight or a plane ticket. All right? This judgment is presented to you better than fucking Amazon Prime, man. All right? Because the Lord is not playing, man, concerning the behavior of the world. Okay? A lot of these people, man, they walk with great pride, man. They have fully forgotten how the God of the Bible gets down, man. All right, let's go ahead and get that Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 9, starting at verse 16. It says, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. All right, this is the same power that destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah for their unrighteous behavior. This is the same power that destroyed Egypt and Pharaoh for their pride, for his pride. Okay? And Babylon is next, man. This is the daughter of Babylon, man. All right? Because, man, this place, man, has the same spirit as the ancient Babylon, man. Confusion, babal. You can worship whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want, man. And everything is against the Most High here. So, saying whatever you want, doing whatever you want, worshiping whatever you want, all leads you to go against Yahweh Shema Shai, the God of the Bible. Especially if you're a Negro, Latino, Native American, and Indian, if you're an Israelite, man. All right, because that's this devil, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, the one that's currently in the ruler seat. That's his goal, man, to make you deny your power, man. All right, because misery love company. Esau denied the Most High when he denied their birthright, man. He said, what good is this birthright doing to me? He despised it. He talked shit about it, right? Frowned upon it. But Jacob, our forefather, took hold of their responsibility of their birthright, man. He understood what he had, man. He understood the importance of the birthright, man. And within that birthright is the promises and the covenants, and even salvation, man. Even everlasting life, man, to live forever. All that is for Israel, man, for our people. Okay? That's for our people. Those are our goodly things. That's a part of our inheritance, man. But Esau Edom, man, hey, he's currently ruling over us because we disobeyed the orders of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? We didn't keep the commandments. We didn't fear the Lord. We didn't hold up our end of the bargain. So the Lord brought our enemies over us, man. And now we're currently looking at the state of our enemy right now. And this man is fucking crazy, man. You know? Especially after what Trump did. Trump bombed a school over there, man, in Iran, man. All right? Bombing hospitals. You see? Then this man want to talk about a ceasefire. I got an article for that. But let me just keep reading on 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, right? Hold on, before I do that, let's go back. This is Psalms 9 and 16, not to jump the gun. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Yahweh Shema Shai. So the Lord's going to bring a hellish condition like no other upon these other nations, and mainly our enemy Esau Edom, because you people have forgotten Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? He made this world. He's going to visit the world which he made, and when he come, man, he's not coming to plead with you people on a merciful level, man. The Lord said by fire, right? His hot rebuke, okay? His chariots. That's how he's going to plead with you people. Lord willing, I get that. But this is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Hey, man, it's starting to be more earthquakes in the U.S., man. All right, normally you'll have earthquakes in diverse places, you know, in other countries and places. But now it's more earthquakes happening in the U.S., man. All right? These are the signs that the Lord is about to approach the earth, these natural disasters, they like to call it. All right? From the wildfires to everything, man. Floods, even prophetic events. All right? Like famine, pestilence. The C-19 is back on the scene, man. Man, what a time to be alive, man. Lockdown part 2 is coming, man. You thought the Lord was done? You thought the one that's known by the judgment which he executed, you thought he was done? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 4. And then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right? Like the scriptures say, declaring the end from the beginning, man. The Lord already called checkmate. All right? These things are already fulfilled. And the spirit world moves faster than the earth, than us on earth. These things are already played out in the spirit world, man. The Lord already simulated this thing 1,000 times, man, on how it's going to go. All right? It's just that right now we on earth and it got to play out. But best believe it will happen, right? 2nd Esdras 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. All right? But like the scriptures say, it said the end is manifest. The end of what? Let's go ahead and get 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, man. Because is the Lord talking about the whole earth coming to an end? All right, no, the Lord is not talking about the whole earth coming to an end. The Lord is talking about a specific world, an age, right? A kingdom is about to come to an end, man. Okay? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9, starting at verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. That is a spiritual omen, man. That we're going to bring this devil down, man, starting with our Lord Yahweh Shai. The Lord is going to bring this devil down, man. All right? He's going to destroy this devil's kingdom, man. This devil has committed violence in the earth for centuries, man. Starting with the Lord's people. Okay? And he have not lit up, man. He have not lit up. And then they think they're going to go to Mars, man. You're not going anywhere, man. You have a lot of blood. You have a tab to pay here on earth, man. The Lord not going to let you go to no goddamn Mars, Esau. You know, and that's pride within itself to think you're going to leave this atmosphere, man. If you try to leave, your body's going to disintegrate. So you got no choice but to wait, just like everybody else, for that great and dreadful day of Yahweh Shema Shai. How cold is that, man? All right? How cold is that? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so let's go back to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, right? Because now we know that the end of the world is Esau, okay? The end of an age, eon. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. And we starting to see the end game right now, man. The Lord coming like Thanos with the gauntlet, man. All right? With a snap of a finger, man, things that you thought was peaceful was finna turn into shits, man. These people not ready for war, man. They not ready for what's about to come. All right? And it said the end is made manifest, right? But what the scriptures tell you about the end, right? Let's go into Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, man. Because, man, hey, this end, if y'all understood how the Lord is about to judge this place, man, woo, y'all will get right now. Because, man, the end game, the closing extra credits for this movie, man, it's about to be woo, man. It's about to be the most horrific thing you ever seen, man. This judgment is finna be beyond human comprehension. All right? So better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, man. Because whose kingdom is gonna begin right after Esau's kingdom ends? Jacob's, man. All right, we're gonna be back on top, man. We're gonna have a new government, man. It's gonna be a new spiritual world order starting with our Lord Yahweh Shai. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. You see what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of individuals, man, who ain't patient. They out here marching. They out here trying to be heard. You know, you got Negro, Latino, Native American. They joining the No Kings protests, out here protesting and shit. Acting like they fucking off the movie The Hate You Give and shit. The Lord don't care about that Black Panther bullshit, man. All right? You're supposed to be at your nearest camp listening to your prophet, man, learning, inquiring about how the righteous should be saved, man. Getting yourself ready, getting your house in order, man. Because impending doom is coming. All right? The man of war is finna start war, man. Let's go ahead and get Revelations, man. All right? Let's go ahead and kick this off, man. This is Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. So World War I passed, World War II passed, and now the third woe is coming quickly, man. And you starting to see it, man. These nations, they want to whoop Esau ass, man. They don't want no more ceasefires, no more nothing, man. They don't want no more nothing. And the Lord is the one brewing the war, because guess what? He's the man of war. Let's go ahead and get Exodus 15 and 3. This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 3, right? But we're going to start at verse 2. It say, the Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. Okay, he is my power, and I will prepare him in habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. The Lord Yahweh, because it's Lord in our caps, meaning Yahweh, okay? The Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name, okay? So the Lord is a man of war. When you go into the term war, let's go into it and look it up. All right, what does war means? I'm gonna look it up in the Google. Because I like a certain term that it says when it's pertaining to war. All right, this is war. I'm gonna get it in two different definitions, and then I'm gonna also get the similarities of it as well too. War in the noun, the Oxford American writer's thesis, it's a conflict and campaign. Okay, it says conflict and campaign, man. It's a war in the New Oxford American Dictionary. It's a state of armed conflict between different nations or states or different groups within a nation or a state. All right, so it can be within and without. Okay, and that's according to prophecy, man. All right, because those guys doing that No Kings protest, hey, that's a sign from war from within, man. They is pretty much going, their whole rally and their whole thing is to go against Trump, man. All right, because they want to remove him, man. They say he's no good, but here it is. They the ones that praised him to be back in office, man. What an idiot. What an idiot. A bunch of idiots, man. Now you want the man to get out too late, because that ain't your call, man. That's the Lord's call. Okay? Because the man of war is gonna bring war, man. And he using Trump to do it, man. I'm happy Trump in office, man. Go ahead and push that button, right? Go ahead and kick this thing off, man. You people need to wake the hell up, man. This is war, the noun, all right? And they got different, similarities for it, all right? It says conflict, warfare, combat, fighting, struggle, armed conflict, action, military action, war fighting, bloodshed, contest, tussle, battle, skirmish, fight, clash, confrontation, engagement, array, encounter, collision, offensive, attack, bliss, siege, campaign, crusade, feud, vendetta, strife, hostility, enmity, antagonism, discord, all right, disunity, all right, enemies, right, ill will, bad blood, hostilities, okay? It's a crusade, battle, fight, struggle, movement, drive, mission, all right? And the Lord is on a mission. This is the Lord's mission to bring that World War III, okay? This is the Lord's plan, all right? And he's going to do it by mustering the battle, okay? But how this battle was going to go out, though, right? Let's go ahead and get Isaiah 9 and 5. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and 5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise, garments rolled in blood. So back then in the ancient times, the way how men was fighting was shield against shield, sword against sword. But the Lord said, scratch that. I'm bringing a better war, man. All right? This war is going to be with what? Isaiah 9 and 5, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise, garments rolled in blood, but this should be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay? Why? Because the Lord created, right, the smith that blow up the coals in the fire. This is Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith, a weaponry, right, that blow up the coals in the fire. A smith is a person that creates weapons, man. All right? And that bring forth an instrument for his work, and have created the waster to destroy. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servant of the Lord, Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. Okay? So here it is, man. Hey, the Lord is going to make these weaponries prosper, man. Okay? Here it is. There's nothing they can do to us. That's why it's very important for us to come out here and teach, man. There's nothing you can do against the truth, but for the truth. Okay? The Lord said, I will give you a mouth that neither your men would, neither your enemies would gainsay nor resist, man. All right? Nobody is going to come up against what's truth, man. This is truth. The truth is flourishing, man. What more that we can talk about? What more that we can prophesy about? You know, the world is dead. The thrill is gone, man. All right? People had a thrill to do evil, or a thrill, or they looking for their next entertainment, really, man. What can turn us up, man? I don't want to talk about war. I don't want to talk about evil days. What can turn us up, man? That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about fun, right? Meanwhile, the Lord is bringing war, okay? Action, bloodshed, strife, contention. And a lot of you Americans, you know, y'all hopping on the internet saying, this ain't got nothing to do with us, man. Wake up, you dummy. You in the midst of it, man. You in the midst, you in the hands of your enemies, man. He gives two fucks about you, man. He don't care about you, man. You in the hands of an unwise king, man, and y'all sitting here acting nonchalant as if the war not gonna touch y'all, and it is. You in the midst of it, man. That's why if they currently got, like right now, right? If you people have been, you know, paying attention to the news, we on a watch right now, man. Not a watch for the weather, not a tornado watch. We on a war watch, man. Because at any given time, Iran can retaliate. All right? And the Lord controls that war, man. You see? And retaliate in what way? Retaliate by thermonuclear missiles, man. You can wake up in a missile be in your front yard, man. If that's what the Lord wants to allow, man. But war is coming, okay? So back in Isaiah 54:16, rereading it again, it said, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. All right? So like the scriptures tell you, to measure the time diligently in itself, that means to observe, right? Let's go into what measure the time diligently means in the AI overview. All right, measure the time diligently in 2 Esdras 9:1, part of the Apocrypha, right? Which the Apocrypha is a part of the scriptures. All right, get you a 16:11 and you will find out. It said, which advise believers to carefully observe, evaluate, and understand the prophetic times and signs leading to the end of the age, the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom. All right, because the disciples asked about this. Okay, the disciples inquire about the Lord about when should be the end of this time, right? Let's get Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And we currently broke these things down, man. In just 2 Esdras, the 9th chapter. They let you know that 2 Esdras is a part of the scriptures. Because 2 Esdras went straight into what's coming, man. The end is coming. All right? And then when you went into 2 Esdras, we went into 2 Esdras, the 6th chapter. It went into the end of Esau, Edom's world, man. His kingdom. And yes, his kingdom is going to go out in a blaze, man, because the Lord has a fate sealed specifically for Edom, man. All right, Edom is the only people that have no mercy. And Lord, whether or not get that in the Compact Bible, the Zondervan, right, dictionary, man. The Zondervan dictionary, okay? Not Compact, but the Zondervan. This is Matthew 24:4. And Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. Right? Because if your prophet ain't out here teaching about war, man, what the hell going on, man? If you keep going to these harlot houses and you keep on hearing prosperity, meanwhile, these other nations is ready to fucking send a missile over here and nuke this place, all right? And war is currently going on. Killings are still happening every day. Rob, rape, murder, all these evil things are currently happening in the world of America. And your pastor still talking about prosperity like as if that's what the Lord is on. The Lord is on judgment, man. He's on war. That's the energy the Lord is on, man. And we supposed to match that energy, man. We supposed to be in the same mindset that the Lord has, man. We supposed to have that same energy, man. We supposed to be walking together, man. Get two walk together, at least they agree, man. We supposed to be in agreement, man. But you got a lot of people saying, oh, we don't need war to happen. All right? We don't want war to happen, man. All right? Keep that war talk over there, man. It ain't gonna happen, man. Jesus loved the world. He ain't gonna destroy us. Man, right, Jesus. But Yahweh Shai not playing no games, man. This is Matthew 24:6, and he's speaking in red letter right here about the things that's coming. And ye shall hear of wars, right, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Because of Jacob's trouble, right, this kingdom got to fall from within, man. All right, the Lord said, behold, I come to send fire on earth, the thermonuclear missiles. But then the Lord said, what would I be if it already be kindled within, right? Because, man, hey, these people is going to tear each other to shreds in a minute when that lack of bread and famine happen. All right? When people can't afford their car note and can't afford their houses and everybody out on the street, it's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, man. All right? It's going to be war within, sedition among men. All right? Invading one another, not regarding their kings nor princes, man. And the actions of the course of their actions is stand in their power, man. All right? Then you know that the Lord is not playing. This is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, right? And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Great sorrows is coming. Okay? So going back to measure the time diligently in itself in the AI overview, it says, which advises believers to carefully observe, evaluate, and understand the prophetic times and signs leading to the end of the age, right? And context of second Esdras, where it's going to the context, the instruction is given into the context of watching for specific signs such as earthquakes, social upheaval, and the fulfillment of prophecy. To know when the Most High will visit the world, and it is an injunction to be spiritually alert and not caught unaware. Measure diligently. The phrase implies a high level of effort, speed, and eagerness. It means to make haste. Do your best, apply oneself thoroughly to understand the times we are living in. All right? Spiritual vigilance. All right? Spiritual vigilance. It's a numbering our days in Psalms 90:12. Measuring the time diligently means aligning one's life with the Most High's purposes, recognizing the brevity of life, prioritizing eternal spiritual pursuits over temporary distractions. This is not a passive waiting. It is an active, consistent effort to live righteously while the end is manifest, ensuring one is prepared and not found among those who have abused the Most High's ways. Man, that said a lot. You gotta take a drink of water, man. All right, that said a lot, man. Because the Lord is watching those, man. His eyes is set upon those that's walking upon the face of the earth. Whew. All right, man. Hey, the Lord is not playing, man. He's watching the behavior of these individuals out here because he's going to bring a work. He's going to work a work in the day where these people, hey, he's going to work a work, man, that these people ain't never seen of, right? Let's go to Habakkuk. Okay? This is Habakkuk chapter 2, starting at verse 1. I will stand upon my watch, set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what will he say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may runneth that readeth. Right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry. Okay, it got to happen, man. What it say is, except those days should be shortened, should no flesh be saved, man. Because leave it up to Esau, we'll be fucking walking cyborgs out here, man. Because he's trying to mix man with machine. Okay, we'll be walking fucking cyborg guinea pigs, man. damn near Dexter's Laboratory, man. You know? Whipping shit up, man. Goddamn Lex Luthor, man. You know? That's why the Lord is speeding this thing up. That's why he's letting this war intensify. So we can get the hell up out of here, man. Because the war got to happen, man. In order for us to make it, in order for our kingdom to begin, war must happen. That's why the Lord said his vision, though it tarry, wait for it because it's going to surely happen. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, right? Let's get it in a different translation. Habakkuk chapter 2 in the NLT. New Living Translation version. This is Habakkuk. Yep. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, starting at verse 2 in the NLT. All right. There you go. You got the Lord's second reply. All right. Then the Lord said to me, write my answer plainly on tables so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. All right. And if you're not warning the people, letting them know that war is on the rise, man. All right. If you're sitting here telling them that prosperity is going to come, everybody is going to be saved, the Lord will deliver everybody. And you're not telling them that this word is unto Israel. The Lord's going to save Israel. And if your spirit don't bear witness that you are an Israelite, you're ultimately going to get judged, man. All right. And this is not a black Wesley Snipes thing. This is not black Hebrew, man. Fuck, the Lord ain't dealing with you black people, man. The Lord not dealing with the black community. Because black meaning wicked. All right. The Lord is dealing with upright individuals, man. All right. Who heart seeketh the Lord, man. Who's afraid and fear you. How about Shema Washah wholeheartedly, man? This is not a black thing. Okay? It said, write my answer plainly on tablets so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. And that's currently what you're seeing. Me carrying the correct message, man. All right? This is what the Lord commands us to speak about, man, to teach about. All right? If you don't believe me, let's get more proof, man. Let's get Jeremiah. Believe these scriptures. This is Jeremiah 28:8. Right? It said, the prophet that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence, man. What's the most powerful person on earth other than a king? Other than these presidents and the democracy and these fake ass governments? A prophet. Because he currently, he receives the word of Yahweh Shema Washah, man, on an intimate level, man. All right. He's the he's the only one that has that can receive messages from the Most High, man, and his son. Okay. Because the Lord tells you in Jeremiah 3:15 that he will send you pastors according to his heart that should feed you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We're currently speaking the mind of Yahweh Shema Washah. This is what the Lord wants. He wants war to happen, and we agree with him because we're starting to see why this shit got to happen, man. You people are so ignorant. You're selfish. You're self-centered. You're disrespectful. Disrespectful to parents. You're disrespectful to yourself. You're disrespectful to Yahweh Shema Washah. The power who made you, the power who gave life to you, man. You Israelites, you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, Indians, you Mexicans. The Lord gave you power, man. He gave you laws, statutes, and commandments, and you don't want to pretty much show forth your inheritance, man. You don't want to acknowledge your inheritance, man. Your inheritance, you feel like it's an embarrassment unto you. Like when people see me out here with this garment, they feel like I'm supposed to be embarrassed. I'm not embarrassing, man. This is my heritage. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm trying to be saved. But geez, Jakes, they be embarrassed, man. Worrying about what people think about them. Worry about how they look. Knowledge is power. You're supposed to be getting knowledge and wisdom, man. People think wisdom is embarrassing. People think getting wisdom is embarrassing, man. But nigga will teach you how to roll up a blunt. Nigga will teach you how to commit adultery. Nigga will teach you how to eat pork. You see that swine right there, brother? Make sure you cut into that. That's that fat on that pork. You don't want. Like what? Nigga teach you how to line up hairs and line the corners of your beard. Nigga teach you how to go Easter egg hunting and shit. You know? Just retarded. Teach you how to celebrate your birthday and shit. You know? Everything that goes against the ordinance, man. Everything that goes against our inheritance. That's why the Lord said our people are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, man. All right, they make fun of things that are important, man. But meanwhile, they don't know that war is coming. War is on the rise. All right, let's go ahead and get into this war, man. Jeremiah 28, let's keep reading. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence. The prophets which prophesied of peace, right? You false prophets out there. And also the 100% prophets that's out here teaching that 100% truth. All right, the authentic prophets. All right, the real deal. Okay, that's what this verse is pretty much going into. The Lord is finna put a difference between those that teach the 100% truth and those that's telling a lie. The ones that's telling a lie, they're going to be prophesying about peace, right? The prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him. You're going to know who really been sent, man. You're going to know who really been sent by the Lord. All right? Because we're not remixing, man. We feeding you this whole roll, man. The bitter and the sweet. The spiritual buffet is out here, man. You just got to apply yourself, man. Nothing is being held back. All right? Back in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3 in the NLT, this vision is for a future time. It describes the end. It will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently for it. Wait patiently for it will surely take place, and it will not delay. It's not going to delay, man. This thing is going to intensify more and more, right? It's not going to delay, man. Because the man of war is not going to allow it to delay. The Lord got to keep his word, man. He got to bring death and destruction. Let's go ahead and get this article that I have queued up as well. We're going to go ahead and get straight into it, man. Start this off with an article, man. I was holding this article for some time, and it was time to bring it out, man. All right. This is from the newsbreaker.com, right? It say Iran's president sends message to people of the United States. It ain't no direct message to fucking Trump, man. You know, the Lord is Trump guy. You know, the Lord using Trump. All right. Proof of that. Let me go ahead and get this scripture. Let you know you people are more involved than you involved. Trust me. You involved. Because they can draft you at any given time, man. All right. What is it? Proverbs, what is it? 16:4. This is Proverbs 16:4. It said, the Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Man, that day of evil is approaching. World War III is going to happen. All right. And here it is, man. Hey, you voted for Trump, but shit, look at it now, man. All right. Look at him now. It ain't going to be no laughing matter when war actually happen on the scene. All right. Everybody running out their mind, trying to find cover, trying to duck. It's going to be too late because the word of the Lord was out here, man. And you didn't want to inquire about the word of the Lord, man. You didn't want to inquire about how to be delivered and saved, you know? Because guess what? You people think death is a game. You play with death. You welcome it. You think it's a joke. But the Lord don't think death is a joke, man. That's why he's going to bring it. All right? You can go to your pastor and let him lie to you all you want. But, man, when you come here, man, all right, when you meet the real men of the Lord that's out to teach that 100% truth, man, all right? Hey, man, we ain't going to play with you, bro. We ain't going to play with you. Female, whatever the hell. We not playing with you out here, man, because this ain't no joke, man. We're here to describe the end. Something that's really is going to happen. Proverbs 16:4, the Lord has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right? And everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he should not be unpunished. Okay, so the Lord's going to destroy the wicked, right? He's going to destroy Esau, Edom, but he's also going to take you 2/3 that join in hands with this system. You Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians that keep on ignoring the word of the Lord. You're going to get judged right with Esau. And it's beautiful that the article says that Iran sent the message to the people of the U.S. All right? Because, man, it's talking about every civilian that's over here, man. Okay? And you think these other nations don't know that that the men of the Lord are out here teaching that word? You think these other nations don't know that this is biblical? They know. But there's nothing they can do about it. They can't stop it, nothing, man. They just got to move according to the will of the Lord, man. All right? Iran's president sent message to the people of the United States. Iranian President Massoud Pezeshkian criticized the U.S. war against his country in an open letter. It said to the people of the United States on Wednesday, calling it an observed operation that is costly for their nation. Today, the world stands at the crossroads, continuing along the path of confrontation, right? Once we went into war, war deals with confrontation, right? It's more costly and fertile than ever before. The president wrote in this message, Iran have seen many aggressors throughout its history. All that remains of them are tarnished names in history. While Iran endures resilience, defiant and proud, Pezeshkian wrote, right? The choice between war and peace will shape the future of entire generations, he wrote. By Iranian standards, an open letter to the people of the U.S. is rather unusual. Observers therefore see it as an attempt by Iran to convince the U.S. public that its government decision was wrong and thus indirectly force a ceasefire. The war launched by Israel and the U.S. is now in its 5th week. All right. On Wednesday, U.S. President Donald Trump said Iran have asked for a ceasefire. Iran Foreign Ministry spokesman immediately rejected. Woo. So here it is, Trump being a liar, right? This is Psalms, right? Chapter 58, verse 1. You fucking liar, man. Hey, Iran said I did not. Hey, what the man said on the Django? Nope, that's not what I said. All right, that's what Iran like, man. I ain't say that shit. Who said that? Psalms 58 and 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, and ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Going back to the point that I made earlier, man, this man committed violence. This treacherous ass man has committed violence and have performed diabolical behaviors in the earth, man, starting with the Lord's people and also starting with the Lord's earth, man. The wicked are estranged from the womb, and they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right? Speaking lies, you lying mother effer. All right? So going back to the article, it says the war launched by Israel and the U.S. is now in its 5th week. It said on Wednesday, U.S. President Donald Trump said Iran have asked for a ceasefire. Iran's foreign ministry spokesman immediately rejected that. State broadcaster IRIB quoted Ismail Bashini, all right, I don't know the name, Bashai, has saying Trump's statements were false and unfounded. Trump attributes the request for a ceasefire to Iran's new Regime president. It remains unclear whom exactly he meant by that. Trump is to address the nation in a speech on Wednesday evening. He issued Iran with an ultimatum, right? Ultimatum that would expire on the evening of April 6th. Okay? By then, the country is to reopen shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, which is important for oil transport. And right now, we are in a time of the unleavened bread, man. Lord, wouldn't this be the last Passover? That's cold, man. That's cold, man. All right? That is cold. All right? That is cold, man. That they said that pretty much the deadline for them to come into an agreement is pretty much going to be April the 6th. All right? And the Passover is really going to be done, April the 8th, sundown? So, man, hey, a lot is going to happen, man. The Lord is turning these things up. This is the sign of the coming of Yahweh Shabbat Shah, the word English called God and Jesus Christ, man. The Lord is bringing war, all right? And since Israel and the U.S. began the war on February the 28th, shipping through the straits had virtually come to a standstill, man. All right? Hey, and this is going to hit a big blow in this country, man. Because war, tariffs, First, it was war with tariffs. Trump came in putting 20%, 25%. Trump was putting 50%. Trump was putting 100%. All right? So, man, hey, the war with the tariffs, hey, this led to war, really. I had an article, man, I remember I did a long time lesson on the tariffs, man, and how the tariffs was going to bring war, it's going to usher in war. And now these other nations, they don't give a fuck, man. They like, man, fuck that shit, man. And that's the Lord, man, letting this war not be a rumor anymore. We are currently in war, all right? We are currently at war right now, man. It just ain't intensified yet because more prophecies got to happen, man, all right? And something made me look this up as well, too. I had to look this up, all right? I had to look this up as well, too. Make sure I get Revelation. I got Isaiah 13:4, Zephaniah 3:8. All right, then Joel, the 2nd chapter. Measure the time. War is coming. All right? And that's probably what I want to call this lesson, because that was the title. But I had to look up the title just to see what the phrase mean according to AI, right? And guess what AI presented unto me, right? Which AI, man, ain't, you know, AI don't get no fucking credit, man. Prophets been out here teaching. But it just, it's plain now. Everything is just being made plain, right? So AI overview as of January 2026, this year. The doomsday clock is set at 85 seconds to midnight. The closest it had ever been to global catastrophe, right? Catastrophe, symbolizing an extremely high risk of nuclear war, climate collapse, and threats from artificial intelligence. This set by the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists indicates a worsening risk compared to 2025. So 2025, the clock went down, you know, but 2026, they saying it's more intense because this thing is actually kicking off, man. All right? Key factors measuring current risk, okay? It say nuclear escalation. Ongoing wars involving nuclear armed states, particularly in Ukraine, increase the risk of nuclear deployment according to the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists cites a breakdown in the international order, which multiplied conflict, widened the danger. It's a technology disruption. Advancement in AI pose significant threats to global security. Climate change. Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists notes insufficient progress in migrating essential risks from environmental disasters. It say the clock is not a predictive mechanism, right? Because I'm gonna be real with you, the prophets are. We out here telling you that these things are coming to pass, man. All right? The Lord is describing the end, man. Okay, we're preaching about the evil that's coming. All right? But the clock do adds to prophecy as well, too. All right? Because guess what? Time is winding down on Esau, Edom. Okay? And his kingdom and his world is about to end. It say the clock is not a predictive mechanism. Ah, I got a ladybug on there. I'll let you stay. It say the clock is not a predictive mechanism, but a visual metaphor warning that current trends are dangerous and required urgent interventions to prevent catastrophe. All right. But overall, man, you're not going to stop this train, man. It's going full throttle, man. Domino effect. A lot of things is about to happen here, man. All right, and you people don't care? Man. Y'all so nonchalant. Damn. Fake ass trying to be hard ass people, man. That's why the Lord's going to bring, hey, let me go ahead and get that precept, man. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 26. It say, men's heart fell of them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, man. All right. The Lord is not playing, man. He's finna bring a time like no other. So when you go into Luke 21 and 26 in the AI overview, it says, men heart fell of them of fear. What does that mean? It's a phrase from Luke 21 and 26 describing intense terror during the end times. It refers to people feigning and experiencing heart failure due to fear of upcoming apocalyptic events such as signs in the heavens, sea roaring, and world distress. Okay? And war is going to bring a lot of distress on people, man. People are already going to be stressed out by the famine, the death, and the pestilence that the Lord is bringing. The war is just going to be the icing on the cake. All right? Let's go ahead and get Isaiah 13. Let's go ahead and get some prophecies. This Isaiah 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. All right? Because the Lord said, set thy face against Mount Seir. All right? Prophesy against it. Because the end of Mount Seir is here, man. The end of his city, his place, man, is here. It's over with, man. All right? These judgments must be executed because these judgments been a long time coming, man. You know? These judgments never left Babylon, man. All right? And let's go ahead and get, right? Let's go ahead and get Edom. The Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. All right? And I looked this up on Twitter. All right? You can look this up now, you know, and you can also buy the book as well. But man, I looked this up on Twitter. Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary says that the Edomites, Europeans, have great future judgments coming and are the only nation not promised any mercy from the Most High. So this is what the guy said on there, but this is from the book. This is what the book actually says. It said Edom, right, is figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. See, notably Isaiah 34 and 5, 6, right? And Isaiah 63 and 1. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. All right. And that no mercy is going to be demonstrated to in the end times, man, by thermonuclear missiles. Okay. She's the only neighbor that had been getting any mercy from the Lord, man. No promises. Okay. This is Isaiah 13 and 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up the banner upon the high mountains. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles, man. All right? Because ultimately, man, this is warfare within itself. This is a spiritual warfare. The Lord got us prophesying in our enemy's kingdom, man. Telling him about his end. That's right, man. Hey, that's a spiritual warfare, man. To tell you about your end and bring it upon you, that's power, man. I have commanded my sanctified ones, which is the prophets, and I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highs, which is the angels, man. All right? And the angels, man, hey, they're going to be the reason. They're going to stir up the spirit and put an evil spirit on these other nations to attack this place, man. All right? Let me go ahead and get a quick precept. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 28, because them missiles are vengeance, right? It say there be spirits that are created for vengeance, all right, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. And they're going to be a sore ass stroke, man. The Lord's going to stroke this place with nuclear missiles, man. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and they appease the wrath of him that made them, man. And what do and the angels is going to carry the wheel of the Lord out, man. This is Psalms 103 and 20. It says, and let me start at 19. The Lord had prepared his throne in the heavens and his kingdom rule over all. Blesses the Lord, ye his angels, that excel in his strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of the Lord. All right? And it's simple, man. And it say, bless ye the Lord, all ye his hosts, ye ministers of his, that do his pleasure, man. And we are all doing the work of the Lord. The angels on earth and the angels in the spirit realm are doing the work of the Lord, man. We all on the same page. We want this destruction. We want this thing to pop out. All right? So let's go back to Isaiah, the 13th chapter, man. The angels excel in the commandments of the Lord, man. The angels don't go off. They don't go off, man. This Isaiah 13 in verse 4. The noise of the multitude in the mountains, like as the great people, a tumult noise of kingdoms, of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. All right, so let's go into that term, mustereth, right? Mustereth the battle. What does that mean to mustereth the battle? Okay. Let's look that up. Because during Isaiah time, this is the time where the Lord was pretty much using the Medes and Persians to overtake the Syrian Babylonian Empire, man. All right, Babylonian Assyrian Empire, okay, in that order. All right, then the Medes came and took over, and hey, that statue within itself teaches you that the Lord is a man of war. Cause then after that, Greek dealing with Alexander the Great, right here, and put his sword down now one time, and then also dealing with Rome, the Roman Empire. All right. Isaiah 13:4, where it says Isaiah 13:4, it signifies the Most High sovereign orchestration of a vast army, the Medes and Persians, mustering to destroy Babylon. The noise of multitude represent, right, a terrifying approach of divine judgment against human pride. It depicts the Most High commanding war forces to fulfill his purpose, which, you know, back then, like we read in Isaiah, back then the war was shield against shield, right? Helmet, you know, spears, all those old war weaponry. But the Lord came with the new weaponry, which should be fuel of burning fire, which is the nuclear missiles. All right. So back then, how the Medes overtook Babylon back then was through act of shield, you know, swords, that type of war, chariots, horsemen. Fast forward today, Babylon is going to be overtaken by these other nations, and they're going to be taken by thermonuclear missiles. All right. And it said the Lord of hosts mustereth, right? What does it mean to muster? Highlights that the army, though human, is assembled by the Most High's decrees. Simple. All right. It's talking about an army, man. Here we go. This is AI, right? This is from the AI to shine more light on Isaiah 13:4, right? It says, the Lord mustereth the battle signifies that the Most High is actively organizing, commanding, and preparing his heavenly and earthly forces for a fight, often indicating he is in control of the outcome as seen in Isaiah 13:4. It highlights divine sovereignty, where the Most High gathers armies or spiritual forces to fulfill his purpose, rather than human power deciding the victory. All right. So like the scriptures tell you that, hey, man's coming and goings out of the Lord, man. The Lord said he created all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil, man. All right. So the Lord, man, hey, he controls the outcome of man, man. You don't have no free will. Even these other nations, man, they've been wanting to throw a missile over here. But it's all about the timing of the Heavenly Father. It's all about sealing the elect, man. All right? Because what did the Lord commanded us? I'm going to go back to Isaiah 13. Like I say, the Lord is the ringleader of this whole thing, man. This is Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's currently what we're doing now, man. Teaching that word, man, to in front of everybody, man. Broadcasting it live, man. All right. Because, man, hey, we gotta teach this word, and then the end is gonna come. Because then the Lord don't warn everybody. See, the Lord is fair. He's all about warning people. That's why I say he sent his prophets before he bring those pestilence, war, before he bring the real deal judgments. He sent forth his prophets. And his prophets warn you, and we do our job, and then the Lord take us off the streets. Amos 8:11, famine of the word, and then, hey, from there forth, prophecy become a fast domino effect. Okay? And this is Revelation chapter 7, right? We're going to start at verse 1 because it's talking about the nuclear missiles when it's talking about their wind. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. It said, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth. Man, let you know, man, that the angels excel in the strength and the commandments of the Lord, man. They ready. They ready. Everybody on go, man. And that's what the Lord is looking for, man. Who shall rise up and stand for me against the evildoers, man? After these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, the destruction, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on the tree. I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power, Yahweh Shemashah, in their foreheads, man. All right. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of Israel, right? 12,000 from each tribe, man. All right. 12,000 from each tribe, man. The Lord is not playing, man. Okay. And like the verse 5 say, of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000, of the tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000. This is about Israel, man. All right. But this mainly is about the elect of the nation of Israel. It said, and the tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000, of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000, of the tribe of Asher was sealed 12,000, of the tribe of Naphtali was sealed 12,000, right? Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000, of the tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000, tribe of Levi sealed 12,000. And of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph was sealed 12,000. And of the tribe of Benjamin was sealed 12,000, man. All right. And after this I beheld, and lo, and a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people of tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation is to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. Let you know pretty much, man, that, hey, the Lord is bringing this destruction, but he's also going to protect his elect. All right, he's going to protect the elect of the nation of Israel, those that fear the Lord and keep the commandments, man. That's who he's protecting. Okay, that's who's going to be preserved from the said perilous that the Lord's going to bring upon the planet Earth. All right. And I had to bring that out for edification, man, because though we talking about this war talk, best believe somebody is going to get delivered, man. A small number of people would be saved, man. All right? The Lord is going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. This is 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. Right? 2 Ezra 8 and 2, and I tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou asked the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much more thereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of, even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. And there's very more reason why you should be out here trying to inquire, man, because war is brewing. All right. See, the angel pausing, the angels that's in the four corners of the earth, they're pausing. The Lord told them to pause the destruction until we have sealed the elect, man. Because once the elect gets sealed, man, the reason why you people are breathing, the reason why you people are able to be out here moving about is because of the elect, man. Because, man, the moment the elect, man, gets sealed and gets saved, man, the Lord's going to bring that heavy and great destruction. All right? Let's go back to Isaiah 13 chapter. Now, I'm also get Second Idris too, and I'm gonna get Joel as well, man. Gotta get them good hitters, man. We out here. Alright. Isaiah 13, back at verse 4. The noise of the multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, the tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle, man. Then you know that he's the head, he's the ringleader. He's putting these nations, right, stirring the spirit within them, right, by using his angels to do it. Okay, because that's the Lord's hitman. Whenever he need things done, he send his angels, and his angels are commanded to stir up these nations, man. Get this thing roused up. And that brings hope to us. Because when we see these things happen, we see rumors of wars, then we know that Yahweh Shai wasn't playing, and we believe in Yahweh Shai wholeheartedly, man. And we get correct, we get right, we examine ourselves before that judgment day, like the scriptures command us to do. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. All right, and the Lord said he created the waster to destroy. What's going to waste and destroy this land? All right, what's going to make you not even know the difference? Like it said, it was Garden of Eden. It was just as the Garden of Eden. Lord willing, I get that. I think it's still in this chapter, right? Like I said, it was a Garden Eden before us. Let me go ahead and get that. A desolate wilderness. Ah, yeah. That's Joel. Let's go ahead and touch up on Joel too, man. We're going to jump chapter to chapter, man. Isaiah 13 and Joel. Let's get this war talk. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound an alarm in my holy mountain. And if ain't nobody sounding and singing that correct tune, that war is coming and the Lord is bringing end times, man, you need to get the hell away from that person, man, because there's no light in them, man. If they speak not according to this word, according to Isaiah 8 and 20, it's because there is no light in them, man. The Lord ain't dealing with them. So blow ye the trumpet, man. The trumpet ain't a dancing tune, man. The trumpet represents a warfare, man. It's a war call, all right? It says, blow you the trumpet in Zion. Let you know that the Lord is dealing with Israel, man. Going back to the elect, because the elect, they're going to hear this trumpet, man. And the sound and alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord coming, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth. And the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, nothing should escape them, man. Hey, and it's talking about the nuclear missiles, man, because as you read more into this chapter, it's about to get into the appearance of the nuclear missiles, man. All right? And how the prophets use their nature and the things that they know about, their knowledge, all right, to describe what the nuclear missiles look like in daytime. But if you fast forward today, man, it's nuclear missiles, right? Because we in the age of information. Things are being made more plain, man. All right, that's why it's no excuse for you people on not to know these breakdowns, or not to know what's coming, man. Mainly our people, is no excuse because it's plain. All right. So the Lord said, man, it was like the Garden of Eden, man, before them, but now it's a desolate wilderness, man. You ain't gonna be no fucking Foot Locker out here, no Domino's, man, no bullshit ass apartments, man. The Lord, hey, you not gonna even, hey, America, man, that city that you thought was just popping, man, that shit gonna be in flames, man. In 1 hour. That's all it takes. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. And as horsemen, so should they run, man. Because what's the engine in a car, man? All right, you have a car, what's the engine in it? That horsepower, man. All right? You see, their engine has horsepower, man. Their V8 engine, man. All right. Well, it's gonna be horsepower in those thermonuclear missiles, man. Show you the aggressiveness of how those missiles coming, man. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, as horsemen, so should they run. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains should they leap. So they're gonna go up, right? Like the noise of the flame of the fire that devoured the stubble as a strong people set in battle array, right? Because it's gonna be a lot of them, man. 200 million missiles. Woo. Before the face of the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness, man. Because all hope is gonna go out the window, man. When they say, man, you got 30 minutes to find your nearest bunker location, you know, or to take cover. Man, these people, man, they just out here, man. They ain't nothing but food for the missiles. All these goddamn gas stations out here, man, gas high as hell, you know? All these gas stations out here, man, they ain't nothing but fuel for the missiles, man. This whole goddamn man built this goddamn kingdom off oil. They ain't nothing but fuel for the missiles, man. All right? Before the face the people shall be in much pain, all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And there shall march every one on his way. And they shall not break their ranks. All right, they're not going to hit each other, man. Ain't no missile is going to pretty much hit each other. They're not going to come across paths and knock each other out the way, man. Pretty much the mission is not going to be failed, because one thing about that war, right, when I looked up the word war, right, it said mission. This is the Lord's mission, man. Hey, this thing is going to prosper until he sent it. All right? The Lord's spirit is in those missiles. All right? Let's get 2nd Esdras. We're going to go back to Isaiah 13. Bear with me. But let's get 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, right? Because the Lord said it's a burden to Babylon, right? In Isaiah, the first verse. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. The sword is sent among you, who may turn it back. So when the scriptures say that none shall break their rank, let you know that the Lord is not finna turn these things back, man. All right? The Lord's gonna shoot these things off, and they're gonna complete the mission, man. A sword is sent among you, who may turn it back. Talking about the missiles. Fire is sent among you, who may quench it. All right? When the missiles begin to shoot off, what fire team is gonna put these nuclear missiles out? No one, man. Plagues I sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Because guess what? The plague that's coming upon these people is great, man. All right, let's go ahead and get that plague, man. Let's get that plague. Let's get Zephaniah, man, because I brought this out in my lesson the other day. But I don't mind bringing it out again, man, because, man, it just shine more light on prophecy. So let's go to Zechariah. It's Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12, right? This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. Because back in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, the Lord said, plagues are sending, who may turn them back, right? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this should be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So let's go into the text commentaries. Let's go into David Guzik commentary. Let's go into Zechariah 14 and 12, all right? On what does that mean, their flesh being dissolved, right? Their flesh shall dissolve while they stand upon their feet. The description of flesh dissolving makes some think that Zechariah is describing the effects of a neutron or a nuclear bomb, all right? And this is in the Bible. This is in the blue letter Bible, man. This is in the Word of God, man. The Lord said that the describing of flesh consuming, right? When you think of flesh consuming, you think about Sarah Connor, man. All right? You think about Sarah Connor, man. You know, she was holding that gate, man. You ain't see nothing but bones and skeletons, man. Dust. You know, what Esdras said, when I seen this, I was afraid, man. You got to visualize these things, man. You got to visualize what the Lord is about to bring to the shores of America, man. So it said, the description of flesh dissolving makes some think that Zechariah is describing the effects of neutron and nuclear bomb, man. Simple. So that's the plague that Second Esdras is talking about. And that's the plague that Joel is talking about. And that's the plague that Isaiah 13 chapter is talking about, man. All right? The Lord is not playing, man. This is Second Esdras chapter 16. Verse 6, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it begins to burn. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord Yahweh sendeth the plagues, Yahweh Shema Shai. Because don't forget, the Lord gave all dominion to his son. All right? And his son carry out these judgments, man. And he's doing things that pleases his father, man. So the destruction upon Babylon, upon this wicked place, hey, man, the Lord is not playing. All right? It said, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it, man? All right? He shall cast out lightnings, and he shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man? The Lord is not playing, man. It said, the earthquake, right, and the foundations thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. It's talking about thermonuclear missiles, because World War III is happening, man. All right? Missiles look like arrows, man. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. Like as the arrow that is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards. Right? You ain't never seen no arrow turn backwards, man. Once it's shot forward, it's going to hit its target. You see? Everybody has their saying that bullets ain't got no name on it. Well, shit, missiles ain't got no name on it, man. But it's going to hit this place. So it returneth not backwards. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? So Idris seen the vision and was like, man, woe is me, man. Woe is me. Who's going to deliver me in that day, man? Who's going to deliver me, man? That day is so horrific, man. But the Lord is going to protect his elect, because we just read it in Revelations, man. The 7th chapter. The Lord is going to protect his elect, because he told the angels, hurt not the trees nor the seed till we have sealed the 144,000, man. 12,000 from each tribe of Israel. The ones that fear the Lord and keep the commandments. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, because that's what the Lord spoke of in Matthew the 24th chapter. He said, all these are the beginning of sorrows. All right? That's why people's face was blackness in Isaiah the 13th chapter. That's why their face was in blackness, man, because they know that it was over with. The beginning of famine and great deaths, right? The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What should I do when these evils shall come? All right? Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, man. So all this is for evildoers, man. All right? Let's go ahead and get it, man. This is Sirach chapter 21 verse 9. The congregation of the wicked is like a toe wrapped together. Like the scripture say, don't hand join the hand. The wicked should not be unpunished, man. You have a lot of our people joining hands with the enemy, man. They think that they're safe. And guess what? Our people not obeying the will of the Heavenly Father and his Son. So they out here doing wickedness, man. Being a mo, participating in perverse activities. All right? Being wicked, being a nigga, being a black nigga at that. The Lord's not dealing with the black community. So the congregation of the wicked is like toe wrapped together, and the end thereof is a flame of fire to destroy them. The way of sinners is plain with stones, but at the end thereof is the pit of hell, man. Like, you know that you're going to be in a hellish condition. And that's not talking about a red devil in a suit under the earth with a pitchfork. No, hell is on earth, man. This is hell, man. This is a condition, man. All right? You people are going to be in a hellish condition like no other, man. That's why I say men's heart faileth them of fear. All right? Because for those things that's coming upon the shores of the earth, man. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 29. It say, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction, man. Okay? Simple, man. So a lot of these things are happening because the actions of these people, man. These people are full of pride because what? Esau has pride. But they don't know that this devil is going to lead them to destruction, man. Because, hey, this place going down, man. So let's go back to Isaiah, right? Let's go to Isaiah the 13th chapter. Isaiah 13 and 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. And that's beautiful. That's a fire truck, man. And it's coming down on the street. You know? I know fire truck is going to be able to put that fire out when the Lord begin to shoot that arrow off, man. This is Isaiah 13 and 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Because guess what, man? You're going to be in a state of perplexity, all right? Pressure's going to bust pipes, man. You know? That's why I say when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming upon them were unawares, man. A lot of you people are going to catch a stroke, man. A lot of you people are going to die out here because you feel like this is a game, man. You think war and death is a game. It's Isaiah 13 and 8. And they should be afraid. Pains and sorrows should take hold of them, and they should be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be in flames, as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Okay? And what did it mean to be the sinners, right? Because ultimately we all know that Esau Edom is the ultimate man of sin. But hey, a lot of our people have taken on that behavior, which equals to iniquity, man. Because when you're added sin unto sin, that equals iniquity, which equals death, man. All right? Because you're transgressing the law. All right? You're belittling your inheritance for this piece of shit-ass kingdom that's already fake, that's already been sealed, man. It said Esau is the only nation, Edom is the only people on their planet Earth that have not been given any promises. All right? This place is set for great future judgments. Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. He should destroy the sinner thereof out of it. And back in Isaiah 13 and 11, I will punish the world for their evil, the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, man. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir, man. Because the Lord said he's going to protect us, man, from the said pearls, man. Let's get Job 9 and 12, 5 and 12, right? Because it talks about that plague, that final judgment, right? This is Job chapter 5, verse 12. No, not 5. I think it's 19. Yup. This is Joel chapter 5. Hey, you know what? I am going to read 12. That's spiritual. That's a hit. It say he disappointed the devices of the crafty, right? Because one thing about it, Esau think that because he created this weaponry, right? He think that he's going to capitalize off of it. Not knowing that the Lord of hosts is mustering the battle. So the outcome of the battle has already been pretty much, I was shouting already called game on that, man. He already won that, man. What it say? Declaring the end from the beginning. Second Ezra, the 13th chapter. Lord wouldn't I ended off on that, man. Because the Lord and I already called game on that. All right? So whatever plan that this devil thinks that he's about to execute, hey, man, the Lord's about to upset him. This is Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. You see? And then ultimately we know his enterprise is the MOTB, the mark of the beast. You know, the microchip that you're gonna have, that you gotta have in your right hand and in your forehead to participate in this society. But guess what? The Lord said if you take that, you're gonna taste the nuclear missiles as well too. All right, so let's get Revelations the 14th chapter and let's go ahead and get that, right? This is Revelations 14 and 9. The third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, man. So ultimately, you're going to reap destruction, man. You take that chip, you bow down to this beast system, you give in, the Lord's going to destroy you, man. You act like the Lord of the word is not the Lord's word is not important, and it has nothing to do with you being an Israelite, being a Negro, Latino, Native American, and Indian. You act like this word has no importance to you, you're going to be destroyed. All right? The Lord is not playing, man. You're looking for devout, right? You're looking for devout and devoted men, man. People that believe in his name, man, is not ashamed of their inheritance, man. The Lord is not playing. All right? I'm currently seeing people eat unleavened bread. People going in cookie stores and Domino's and shit. Man, they don't understand the severity of the times, man. All right? This is no joke. So the Lord said you're gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be destroyed if you take that image, you take his image, you take his device. All right? This is Revelations 14:11. The smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. They shall have no rest day nor night who worship the beast or his image, whosoever received the mark of his name, man. Simple. Okay? Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua. Simple, man. That's why the Lord said, hey, hold thy crown, man. You know, don't give it up, man. Don't give up. Hold fast which thou hast, man, that no man take thy crown, because evil is set to be displayed on the shores of America, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, prophesy against it. Say unto it, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold, O Mount Seir. And it say, and you look in Genesis, say Esau dwelled Mount Seir, like he dwelled in Seir, all right? But ultimately, man, hey, this is that place that the Lord has set for great future judgments, man. Esau, Edom is the people, no matter where they at, where they try to run to, all right? The Lord got a heavy judgment for their ass, man, all right? So, back in Ezekiel 35:3, say unto it, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay the cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast made a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had it in. Because, man, you go back into the histories of slavery, man. Hey, he slayed our people. How did he overcome the Native Americans, man? Through rape, rob, and murder. How was America built off, man? Through rape, rob, and murder. But then they swear on the Bible and like everything is cool, man. And it's not. Because the Lord said the past is required. So since you have not hated blood, since you so bloodthirsty, and since you pursued your brother with the sword, right? This is Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with the slain men, and in thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return. Ye shall know that I am the Lord, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thy anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. I will make thyself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, that have heard all thy blasphemy which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. And as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, So will I do unto thee, and thou shalt be desolate. Mount Seir, all I doomed you, right? I doomed you, but it sounds like I doomed you. Even all of it, they should know that I am the Lord, man. All right, let's get this in a different translation, because we still talking about the nuclear warfare talk, and that whole Ezekiel, the 35 chapter, goes into thermonuclear missiles. All right, the Lord is finna bring hell like no other, man. Okay, but let's get into these different translations to shine more light on the prophecy, right? But before I get there, let me finish up Joel, the 2nd chapter. It say, this is Joel 2:7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one of his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses, and they shall enter into at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun of the moon shall be dark, the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and terrible, who can abide in it? Right? Therefore, also now said the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, with fasting, with weeping, and with mourning. Wring your heart, not your garments. Turn unto the Lord your power, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and great kindness, and repenteth him of the evil. Okay? Because it's that simple, man. The Lord is not playing, man. The Lord is trying to gather those that want to be saved, those that want to be delivered. Because, man, hey, he's finna bring thermonuclear missiles, man. You don't want to be a part of that, man. You really don't. You don't want to be a part of that nuclear missile, man. Here you go. It say a pile of rubble. What is going to turn something into a pile of rubble? Atomic nuclear bomb, man. All right. So the title of it is a pile of rubble. A pile of rubble. All right. And this is Ezekiel 35 in the MSG, starting at 1. It said, the Most High message came to me, son of man. Confront Mount Seir. Confront them, man. That's what we're doing. We're prophesying. We're confronting them. I'm not scared. We're not scared, man. The Lord says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, right? So it says, son of man, confront Mount Seir, prophesy against it, tell them, the Most High, the Master says, I'm coming down hard on you, Mount Seir. It says, I'm coming down on you hard, Mount Seir. I'm stepping in and turning you to a pile of rubble. That's nuclear missile talk. It said, I'll reduce your towns to piles of rocks. There'll be nothing left of you. Then you'll realize that I am God, right? I got to say it like that verbatim, because this devil has a God-like complex. He think that he's God. He think that he's not going to experience any fall. He's not going to be brought down. But what the scriptures say, I seen Satan, right? This is Luke chapter 10, verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven, man. All right? Because guess what, man? That heaven state is his power. It's talking about how he think that he's in a good situation. He think that he in a good case. That's why the Lord said he disappointed the devices of the crafty, man. The Lord's going to disappoint this devil, man. He's going to show this devil that he had no power to begin with. All right? So he's going to get cast out just like that. Lightning is quick, man. You know? He's going to get cast out quickly. So let's go back to Ezekiel 35. Let's go back to it in the MSG. It says, I'm coming down hard on you, Mount Seir. I'm stepping in and turning you to a pile of rubble. I'll reduce your towns to piles of rocks. There'll be nothing left of you. Then you'll realize that I am God. It says, I'm doing this because you kept this age-old grudge going against Israel. You viciously attacked them while they were already down, looking their final punishment in the face. Therefore, as sure as I am the living power, I'm lining you up for a real bloodbath, a one you can't escape. Since you love blood so much, you will be chased by rivers of blood. It say, I reduce Mount Seir to a heap of rubble. No one will either come or go from that place. I blanket your mountains with corpses. Massacred bodies will cover your hills and fill your valleys and ditches. I'll reduce you to ruins. All your towns will be ghost towns, population 0. Then you'll realize that I am the Most High. Okay? And the Lord said he's doing this because of the bullshit you talk towards his inheritance and his people, man. Let's go to Joel, the 3rd chapter, man, because Joel speaks about that, right? Because he's bringing judgment upon these other nations that talk down on Israel that had a hand in our slavery, man. It wasn't just the white man who had a hand in our slavery. These other nations, these dogs was licking the wounds, man. All right? They profit off of us as well, too, man. This is Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat over there in the Middle East. All right, Yahweh Shaphat. All right, the Lord's judgment. Armageddon. All right, Armageddon. The Lord is not playing, man. Okay, it said, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. They have cast lots for my people. They have given a boy for a harlot and have sold girl for wine that they might drink. You see, the Lord is not playing, man. So the Lord is bringing this destruction on the behalf of Israel. Okay? And Esau think that we was going to be an easy prey, man. Right? So let's go ahead and get that in the NLT. I got that in Habakkuk in the NLT. Yep, Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 14. All right, because we know Habakkuk 3:1. I'm going to read it in the KJV. This is Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 1. A prayer of Habakkuk, the prophet of Shigionoth. O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known in wrath, remember mercy. So make known thy judgments, man. And in wrath, remember mercy, because only the elect is going to receive that mercy, right? So let's go down to Habakkuk 3 and verse 14, right? And we're going to start at... We're going to start at verse 11. So this is Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 11 in the NLT. It says, the sun and moon stood still in the sky as your brilliant arrows flew, your glittering spear flashed. You know, you march across the land in anger and trample the nations in your fury. Whew. You went out to rescue your chosen people, to save your anointed ones. You crushed the heads of the wicked and stripped their bones from head to toe. That's nuclear missile talk. Habakkuk 3 and 14 in the NLT. With his own weapons. So the Lord, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, man. With his own weapons, with the weapon that you so-called glory in, that nuclear missile, right? That you glory in. You still glory off the works of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. You still think you did something, man. The Lord allowed you to do that. So that way he can build pride within you, all right? So that way he can raise your heart up like he did Pharaoh and then knock you off your high horse and cast your ass out, man. All right? Checkmate. Habakkuk 3 and 14 in the NLT. With your own weapons, you destroyed the chief of those who rush out like whirlwind, thinking Israel will be an easy prey. You trample the sea with your horses, the mighty men, the mighty waters pile high. Trembling inside when I heard this, my lips quivered with fear. My legs gave way beneath me, and I shook in terror. I will wait quietly for the coming day when disaster will strike the people who invade us. It's cold, man. So the Lord said, I'm gonna wait. The Habakkuk said, I'm gonna wait quietly. I'm gonna be patient. Say, better is the patient in spirit. I'm gonna be patient, man, because what the judgment that the Lord is gonna bring, man. Surely there's a reward for the righteous, right? Let's get Psalms, man. The Lord says He's gonna make this place population 0. Let's get Psalms 149. All right, because this is the judgment, right? The Lord is bringing His judgment, man. You know, what type of monster would do this? You know, that's what these people think. You know, they don't think that the God of the Bible kills. All right, they don't think that the Lord make alive. They don't think He do these things, man, because these people have said in their minds, well, America has comforted these people so much to think that evil will never befall upon them. You see? This is Psalms 147. Well, Psalms 149, starting at verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, man, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bend their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron. And their prophecy got to come to pass, man, because the ones that had us in yokes of iron and chains, they got to be put in that, man. What it say, seeing it is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to them that punish you, man, according to Thessalonians, man. It's a righteous thing, man. Hey, an eye for an eye, man. All right? The Lord is doing this on the behalf of Jerusalem, man. Because a lot of you people think that reparations is it for us. That's the only way how we're going to be even with our enemies. No, man. The Lord's going to overtake our enemies, man. He's going to destroy enemy number 1, Esau, Edom. All right? And then He's going to, all these other nations, these heathen nations, they're going to serve Israel, man. All right? Ain't nothing changed, man. You nations is going to serve us, man. Moab, you Chinese, all right? You Africans, you Edomites, y'all going to serve us, man. Simple. Psalms 149, verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bend their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all His saints. Praise you, the Lord. So this judgment is written, man. All right. This is the judgment that the Lord is going to execute. Okay. He's not going to hold back, man. What did David say in Psalms? This is Psalms 137. All right, starting at verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundations thereof, man. Because, yeah, we got overtaken by Babylon, man. You know? And that was this is history. But guess what? History repeats itself again, man. We still got overtaken by Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, man. And they was trying to what? Erase our inheritance, right? So this is Psalms 137. This is Psalms 137, verse 7. Man, fucking pussy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundations thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. All right, so, hey, they served us wrongfully. They mistreated us. All right, so why not do the same thing unto them? Okay, it's only right. That's getting even. That's how the Lord get even. Okay. This is Psalms 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Okay? Daughter of Babylon is ultimately talking about America, man. Because the Lord knew that Esau was going to be here, man. This is mainly where Esau, the headquarters is, pretty much. This is where Babylon, Babal. This is confusion, man. This is the greatest place of confusion, man. All right? That's why the Lord is going to bring heavy destruction to this place. And it said, who art to be destroyed, man. This is the place that's set up for great future judgments. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. You know what spirit you got to be in to dash the little ones against the stones? To do what the self-proclaimed white man undone unto us? He killed and ripped our babies, ripped the babies out of the mother's stomachs and fed them to alligators, man. So you try to do that now and try to, touch a baby, man, you gonna get in your feelings, man. You gonna try to protect the baby. That's why the Lord gotta put his anger within us, man, right? This is Jeremiah 51:20, and we're gonna start at 19. It said, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, being in rulership, kingdom mindset. All those things belong to us. Self-etiquette, all right? We knew how to rule. We knew how to deal with resources, man. During that Byzantine rulership, the Moors, Jake was out there ruling, man, in these other countries, man. All right, you still had Russians having depictions of pictures of blacks, right? Russian icons, which you had the depiction of black so-called Negroes ruling, man. Now man, that our people, man, hey, we started this barbecue business, man. We started this rulership. That's where we come from, man. Jake talking about dribbling a ball. He think that that's talent. Rapping, they think that that's talent. No, man, we was rulers. We was kings, man. That's major talent, man. We ruled the world, man. All right? We didn't want for nothing. But we fell from that state because guess what? We was going off. We was idolizing, worshiping other gods and not fearing the Lord and keeping the commandments, man. So this is Jeremiah 51 and 19. It say, Israel is the rod of the Lord, inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. With thee will I break in pieces the nations. With thee will I destroy kingdoms. With thee will I break in pieces the horses and his rider. With thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. So that hints spiritual power, man. All right? And to shine light more on spiritual power, right? Let's get Jeremiah, the 16th chapter. This Jeremiah 16:16, okay? But we're going to go ahead and start at 14. It says, therefore, behold, the day is come, said the Lord, that it will no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, right? Out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands where he have driven them. Let you know that our people are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, if the devil knew, right, for you only black Hebrew Israelites, right? You so fucking stupid. If the devil knew that this was a black Hebrew Israelite thing, he would already stop us, because guess what? We black. We all look alike. That's why the Lord did a good thing while just by mingling, letting us mix and mingle seed, because really, like the Lord say, be fruitful and multiply. So some of our people mix and mingle seed with the heathen nations. So you might have some of our people that look like a so-called white person. You might have some of our people that look like an African. You might have some of our people that look like an Elamite. They look Hawaiian, all right? They look like other nations, man. This is not a black Hebrew Israelite thing. But if you believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, if you fear the Lord, you're going to be delivered, man, no matter what color befalls upon you, man. It's ultimately the Lord deals with your spirit. It's the inward man that the Lord cares about, man. It's the mindset. It's your heart, your la'ab, your mind. Is your mind towards the Lord's judgments, all right? Or is your mind on trying to participate in America, man? So let's go ahead and keep going on this. This is Jeremiah 16:14. Therefore, behold, the day is come, said the Lord Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Because we're currently in the land of Egypt, man. All right, and Exodus part 2 is coming. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. And we in that north country, man. We in that north place, North America. All right, we in the north, man. Okay, it's saying from all the lands where he have driven them, right? And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Behold, I will send forth many fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And that's what we're doing now. We're fishing. We're fishing for the elect. We're fishing for potential repenters, man. All right. And after will I send forth many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, out of the holes of the rocks. All right. For my eyes are upon all their ways, and they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. You see? And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land, They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. So the Lord's going to bring an end, all right, to Esau, Edom, and his kingdom on the behalf of Israel. And we also going to exercise spiritual power as well, too. Like what you see in Superman, what you see in Invincible, being a Omni-Man, all right? You know, Dragon Ball Z. We're going to be able to execute that type of power, man, on the planet Earth, man. It's not far-fetched. All right, we're going to be able to execute that heavy judgment. All right, and we're going to have the spiritual power in the new bodies to do so. Okay? So going back to Jeremiah 51, right, in verse 21, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider, talking about the military, all right, vehicles, all right, planes, jets. Man, we're going to run through that, man. And with thee will I also break in pieces man and women, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. And I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd of his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husband and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render unto Babylon, to all the inhabitants of Chaldea, all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, said the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said the Lord, which destroys all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and will roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. Okay? And the Lord's going to make thee desolate, man. He's going to make this place desolate. Okay? The Lord's going to make this place desolate. World War III will happen, man. All right? This is Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not the drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. Art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished, but thou shalt not go unpunished, right? But thou shalt surely drink of it. So we drunk of that cup. The Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, they drunk that cup in slavery. But the same devils that put their hands on us is the same devils that's going to get judged. The Lord's going to recompense hell upon them. Hey, just teaching that word, man. Man, they need to. This is Jeremiah 49 and 13. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Bozrah shall become a desolation. So World War III will happen, and this place will be a desolation, man. All right, it's nothing that these people can do about it. All right, and it's no bunker that the elites, that the rich can go hide under, man. Because like the scriptures say, they're going to try to dwell in the rocks. We just read that in Jeremiah. All right, but what Revelation 6 tell us, right? Jeremiah 49 and 13. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord. All right, when Jake be like, on me, I'll knock your ass out. Hey, that's how the Lord gonna come, man. The Lord like, on me, man, I'm gonna send desolation to this place, man. And the Lord is a man of his word. Jeremiah 49 and 13. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Bozrah shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. And I have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together, come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Okay? Thy terribleness have deceived thee, the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest high as the eagle, with the Space Force and shit, right? High as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. So that war in heaven is talking about the fighter jets and the chariots and the Lord, man. All right, it's talking about that war. It's not talking about Satan, man, because Satan is the son of the Most High. All right, it's one of the Lord's angels. It's talking about flat on out war, man, that's going to happen, man, where it talks about the chariot and his rider, and we're going to break in pieces these things. It's talking about that war in heaven. That's what Revelation's talking about. Jeremiah 49 and 16. And though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from this, saith the Lord Yahweh. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Let you know, man, hey, the only thing that's going to dwell there is creeping things, man. Simple. Let's get Revelations, the 6th chapter, right? Because we still on that war talk, man. You know, Trump in here talking about that, the Iranian general talking about something. We want a ceasefire. The Iranian general like, hell nah, man. I didn't say that. Iranian general said, I didn't ask for no ceasefire, man. You can't go over there in another person's country, start war, and then start back and talking about you want peace now after you done let the shots off, man. It's war from evermore, man. Yeah, you want too. We are Israel, man. The Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians are the Israelites, man.
It was April 18th, man.
April 18th.
You heard about it?
Nah, I heard about April the 6th. How if Trump don't just because I'm going into the topic of war. So April 6th, Trump said if they don't come into a peace agreement, prepare for a lot of goods and a lot of things in the world to halt. You know, prepare for the shipment not coming in. All right? Because ultimately America eat off these other nations, man.
Prepare for not to come in.
Man, prepare for famine of the word, prepare for pestilence, death. Everything's about to come, man.
So,
all right? And the only way you can be saved, man, is if you believe in the God of the Bible, man.
Sure.
All right? That ain't his name. There you go. But yeah, man, for real. Okay? That's the only way how you gonna be saved, man. The guy said Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Let me know. He be listening. He probably listen to other camps as well, too. You know, he said Yeshua at first. I said, that ain't his name. He said Yahweh Shai. Then you know that you Jakes got to stop playing, man. Y'all got to stop playing. Y'all know the names of the Lord, man. Y'all just playing. And sooner or later, like when that judgment come off, right? When that judgment hit, y'all going to be trying to call on Yahweh Shema Shai. And he ain't going to hear you because guess what? You walked away. You ain't had nothing better else to do, man. Nothing better else to do. What the fuck you doing that's so important that you can't get the Lord a listening ear, man? Right? This is no joke. This is Revelation chapter 6. Yep, and starting at verse 12. It's saying, I beheld, right? When he have opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. And I'm going to go back to Job, because I know I left off on Job. So this is Revelation 6 and 12. And I beheld, and lo, when he have opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. It's saying the sun became black as sackcloth and hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell upon the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. It's talking about the thermonuclear missiles, right? The heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. The kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. You can look this up, man. They got bunkers, man. They got doomsday bunkers, man. All underground and shit. Cities underground, all right? And they've been preparing for this for years, man. All right, when you watch that movie 2012, they was preparing for years. You know, when they felt like a flood was gonna come, they had their ark ready. That goddamn ark, which is hilarious, by the way. You're not gonna be able to escape the judgment of the Lord and go to Africa, man. The fuck is wrong with you? Jerusalem is the mother of us all. And that's what the Lord is about to establish back in the earth again. All right? But they think they got a contingency plan. You know, they think they Batman or some shit. I always have a contingency plan or something. Man, you're not going to be able to plan this, man. And when you think you're going to, hey, the Lord said you're going to be in them underground bunkers, man. You think you're going to be safe. The rich, all right, those elites, they're going to try to hide from us. Those little hats, all right? War going on, they think they good. All right, they think they saved, you know? The Lord is not playing, man. We're going to hunt them, man. The Lord says he's going to turn us from fishers to hunters. And we're going to hunt them from the cliffs and the rocks. So going back to Revelation 6, right? Verse 15, the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Hide thyself from who sitteth on the throne? Yahweh. And who the Lamb? The wrath of the Lamb being Yahweh Shai. All right? And they talking about they in them bunkers because they want to hide from the Lord, man. The Lord said you can't hide from him, man. We're going to hunt you. All right? There's nothing you can do, man. Nowhere you can hide, nowhere you can run, man. You know? Revelation 6:17. For the great day of his wrath is come. Who shall abide? Who shall be able to stand? All right? Who should be able to stand when the Lord wrath began to shoot off, man? When the Lord wrath began to touch the shores of America. When the Lord finna make this place population 0, right? Who's gonna tell the Lord to stop, man? Who's gonna try to plead with the Lord, right? Let's get Job, man. This is Job 5:12. 5:19. It say, he should deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there should no evil touch thee. So the elect, man, they're gonna be protected. They're gonna be covered from the evil. Job 5:21. Thou should be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither should thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. You know what spirit got to be on you to laugh at the evilness that the Lord is about to bring upon the world? You people deserve it. So the Lord is going to be laughing through his men. All right? And we're going to laugh at you women as well too, because guess what, man? You was told to get with a man of the Lord 1,000 times and you're not listening. All right? So Keisha, Renisha, if you think that you're going to play out here and play these little toxic games and look stupid, man, and think that you're going to rule men in their day, rule over men in their evil day, man, you got another thing coming, man. If you don't sit your ass down, I hope you know how to catch a fish, man. I hope you know how to hunt. All right? I hope you know how to live off the grid, man. You know? You people not ready for that great judgment day, man. All right? So this is Job 5:20. In famine he should redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword, man. And thou should be hid from the scourges of the tongue, neither should thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither should thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, man. The Lord's going to protect his elect, man. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, right? This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Awashai, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they should be in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality, and that's what we look forward to. All right? Because guess what? We're gonna be persecuted, man, for this knowledge, man, because these things are coming to pass, and they're gonna try to what Trump said. When Trump was in office last time, Trump said we must stop the prophets of doom. All right? So, hey, that operation is still up for grabs, man. All right? Hey, they going to do it, man. They're going to snatch these prophets up off the street, going to snatch us off the street. They're going to try to torture us and make us deny Yahweh Ba'Shem Awashai. But Lord willing, the souls of the righteous are in the hands of the Lord, so it's nothing you can do but against the truth, but for the truth, man. We got nothing else to live for. They're going to try to guillotine us, chop our heads off. I don't give a fuck. Do what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, man, we're gonna we got immortality to look forward to. And Esau, Edom, you have slavery to look forward to, and you also have annihilation right after. That's a double portion cup right there, my guy. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3:5. Having been a little chastised, they should be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace have he tried them, received them as a burnt offering. At the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations, have dominion over the people, and the Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful and love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have cared for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable. Their hope is in vain. Their labors are unfruitful. Their works are unprofitable, man. So if you're thinking that this is a joke, right, you're going to be destroyed, man, with the rest of you simpletons out here, man. Laugh at that, right? Laugh at that, man. All right? Because the Lord is not playing, man. The Lord is bringing that war, all right? The Lord said, wait ye upon me, Zephaniah 3:8, wait ye upon me until I rise up to the prey, man. All right, let's get the determination of Yahweh Shai, right? And then we're going to close it off with 2nd Esdras 13 chapter, man. All right. This 2nd Esdras chapter 13. I mean, Salaki, it went straight to it. This is Zephaniah 13. This is Zephaniah 3 and 18. 8, 3 and 8, Salaki. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, and to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth should be defiled with the fire of my jealousy. All right? Because we all know, like the next verse, for then will I turn to the people, a pure language, that they may call upon my name, right? The name of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, to serve him with one consent, man. Everybody's gonna be on great. Everybody's gonna be on one term, man. All right. The Lord is not playing. All right. Concerning Israel, the Lord is not playing, man. Okay. That's why it's very important for us to wake up. See that trumpet, man, blowing that siren, man, that noise, man. This ain't no joke, man. All right. The Lord is not playing behind his prophecies. The Lord is bringing his indignation. War is on the rise, man. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 13, right? Let's go ahead and get into that war, right? Let's see how that war turned out. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 13, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the ways thereof, right? And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. He's talking about the angels of the Lord, all right? And when he turned his countenance to look on, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire, all right? And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea, all right? Because the Lord's going to be in the midst, man. All right. No greater interest in WWE is going to top the interest that the Lord is going to bring. Not even Ric Flair's interest. Not even Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Lord going to overpower all that. The Lord's interest is going to be historical. All right. Because this is how the Lord coming. Let's get Isaiah 66 and 15, right? This is Isaiah 66 and 15. And it says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai will come with fire and with his chariots like a royal wind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with our flesh, and the slander of the Lord shall be many. So the Lord pleading with our flesh with his prophets. But guess what? The Lord's going to plead with our flesh with those missiles, man. It's not going to do no more talking. Just going to be straight war, action and bloodshed. Okay? And the slander of the Lord is going to be many, man. So going back to 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, right? Verse 5, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven, to subdue right? Now it's talking about Esau's army, right? The Marines, the Space Force, everybody. Hey, even these other nations, right? These other nations is going to take part in that war, right? Yahweh Shaphat. 2nd Esdras 13 and 5, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. And I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. It's talking about the chariots, the UFOs, the mothership. You know, you look on Independence Day, right, which is currently on Netflix. You look at that mothership, man. That mothership big as hell, man. You know, and no, Will Smith is not going to stop the coming of our Lord, man. Nobody, you know, you got a lot of movies out there thinking they're going to stop the invading UFOs. No, man. Those are our salvation vehicles, and they are real, and they're going to touch the shores of America, and they're going to participate in that fire. All right? So you got nuclear missiles and the chariots that's going to zap you like war worlds, man. You're not ready. This is 2nd Esdras 13 and verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he hath graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place without the hill was graven, and I could not. After this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yes, durst fright. Because the Lord's going to put the spirit on them to fight. He's mustering the battle. All right. He's the instigator of war. All right. The Lord loves drama, man. He loved for people to test his power, to think he a joke, so he could demonstrate it and scare the whole goddamn world, man. That's what makes him Yahweh Shema Shai. That's what makes the Lord the almighty power. All right. Al-Shai, terrible demon-like power, and his son is going to execute the will of his father, man. Yahweh Shai is going to execute this destruction, man. All right. 2nd Esdras 13:9, it say, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, so the Lord just looking at him like, the hell, you know? He neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as there had been a blast of fire, out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest filled with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Simple, man. So when Esdras seen this, he was afraid, man. The Lord didn't even have to lift up nothing, man. All right? The Lord didn't have to do nothing. All right? The Lord's going to make a great sacrifice in Bozrah, man. Let's get Isaiah 63rd chapter, right? This Isaiah 34, and I'm going to read all the way to verse 5. It say, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear all that is therein, the world, and all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is upon all nations. His fury is upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. And we read that in 2nd Esdras the 13th chapter, man. He need to lift up sword, nor instrument, man. But out of his breath, the breath of his mouth, man, hey, he consumed them, man. Talking about those chariots, man. All right, the Lord is not playing, man. He don't have to do anything, man. But guess what? He is going to get busy. All right? He is going to get busy. He's going to get involved. Okay? Isaiah 34 and 3. And their slain also shall be cast out. Their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. The mountains shall be melted with their blood. All the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. All right, it's talking about nuclear missiles, right? And this, right, and I find this very interesting that in the Zondervan Bible, right, it talked about the scriptures, Isaiah 34:4, all right, Isaiah 34:5-6, but then it also didn't read up to 4, because 4 is talking about missile talk. Because when it talks about the heavens rolled together as a scroll, it's talking about the mushroom cloud. So this is the great future judgment that's going to befall upon Edom. All right, you self-proclaimed white people. It's Isaiah 34:4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse to judgment. Hey, they the cursed people on the earth, man. Damnation. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, man. Woo! Lord is not playing. And the unicorn shall come down with them, the bullocks with the bulls, the land shall be soaked with blood, the dust made fat with the fatness. But it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion, man. All right. This is all for Israel, man. This Isaiah 63, starting at verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? What that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength? I that speak in righteousness mighty to say, wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there is none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, I will trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of the vengeance is my heart, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come. I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury is withheld me, right? Is held up me, right? And I will tread down the people in my anger, make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth, man. The Lord is not playing, man. All right? The Lord is going to get involved in that war, man. And that's ultimately what's going to put these people in shock. Like Revelations 1:7 tell every eye shall see him, every tongue shall confess. Everybody that will, even those that pierce him, is going to see him, man. Now you know that the Lord is not playing. All right, a new level threat, extension level threat is finna enter into Earth atmosphere, man. All right. It remind me of that scene on the Endgame when Tony Stark was fighting Thanos. All the superheroes was on point, right? And you had Captain Marvel, which was a woman, but you know, I'm talking about the presence. You had somebody said, hold up, something has entered Earth atmosphere, you know, and everybody stopped fighting, you know, and looked up. Man, hey man, that's gonna be the Lord, man. Woo, man, the Lord gonna come in, man. That's a new level threat, man. The Lord gonna come in like Thrag and Invincible, baby. You know, I love the show Invincible. Brothers should watch it. I love Invincible. I'm an Invincible comic nerd, man. I love Invincible. It's like they wear garments and everything, man. Viltrumites, you know, Israelites, still the same, man. And that boy Thrag, a badass character, boy. Woo, man. And they currently got season 4 going on with him being revealed. Man, this ain't no joke, man. And nobody's fucking with him because he's a Grand Regent, all right? He's a general, man, you know? And his main goal is to protect his people, but that's how the Lord's coming, man. His goal is to protect Israel, man. And, man, it's nothing you can do about it, man. No fucking instrument, no weapon that Esau can think of is going to overpower the Lord, man. The Lord is going to strike the blow, and it's going to be that blow that's going to knock everybody's ass back, man. You know? This is Deuteronomy 32:41. I'm gonna start at 40. For I lift my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. This is Yahweh Shema Shai speaking. This is the Most High speaking. I live forever, man. Who can do that? Deuteronomy 32:41. If I with my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me. And I will make my arrows drunk with blood. My sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy, man. All right, rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants and will render vengeance to his adversaries and will be merciful unto his land and to his people, man. And that's talking about Israel. But to our adversaries and our enemies, the Lord's going to wreak havoc on them, man. All right, Lord's going to wreak havoc on our enemies, man. Lord willing, you was edified, man. War on the rise. All right. This is a camp lesson. All right. Because I know tomorrow I heard it's going to thunderstorm real hard. And I ain't got nothing, you know, to cover my head up with, you know. Not a place that I think of other than this spot right here that I be at, you know. So, man, hey, I want to give all glory and praises to, turn towards the east, to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth, man. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings to the elect, man. Hey, keep going, man. All right? Because the more we prophesy, the more the Lord kicks off more prophecies, man. The more we get rewarded to see the downfall of our enemies, man. Let's keep teaching, man. Let's keep being out here, man. All right? Shalom.